Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Monday, July 8th, 2024. But before we check out the charts, I just want to ask you to please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the daily Tesla and daily NVIDIA reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and Apple stock, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor, always looking for 20% moves or more on those underlying stocks. And you get to see all of this for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So check out wickedstocks.com. Let's take a look at the charts. This is a weekly bar chart, and this shows, I can back us up about 5 weeks, 4 weeks anyway, when we closed above this 6-month channel top, that this week is at 130.12. We did have a blast the following week, but it was a key reversal. Well, not a key reversal high, it was a reversal high. In other words, we put out a new high and then fell away to close negative on the week. We still hold this channel top, though. A couple of weeks ago, we opened Monday below it. It held that week, also held all of last week. 130.12 on the weekly chart is 128.96 on the daily chart. And you can see that here, represented as still a 4-star resistance. In other words, able to contain buying on a multi-week basis through the rest of July, below which still anticipating this 107.97 rising channel bottom. That is about 4 or 5 months in the making, where we could bottom out through the rest of the third quarter, perhaps, before rounding up to new highs. And that is it pretty much in a nutshell in terms of the big picture. We do need to close back above this area, 128.96 to 129.23, to reverse all that. And so instead of anticipating a 2 to 3 week sell-off, as we still are and have been for about 2 weeks, in terms of, instead of anticipating a sell-off over the next several weeks down to 107.97, a settlement today, for instance, above 129.23 would indicate just the opposite, 151.51, and that is probably still a 2 to 3 week rally, though as we continue moving away, it'll become more like 3 to 5 weeks, and it also converges with the full channel extension that is the same width as this preceding channel top. I use it as a targeting mechanism. So 128.96 to 129.23, still an important pivotal area as we move through the rest of July, working our way down from there. We still have this trend line off the lows. At the time that we tested it almost a week ago, I was calling this kind of the neckline of a Head and Shoulders top. Now, it's still sort of there, but you really need symmetry, in my opinion, with the Head and Shoulders development, and we really no longer have it anymore because the right shoulder has just filled out too much time. That's not to say, though, that we won't fall back to 119.07 and close below it, and I will still honor a settlement below 119.07 in the coming days as a secondary sell signal that should then yield that 2 to 3 week objective at 107.97 in as little as 3 to 5 days. So 119.07, still a meaningful pivot point for the week. We can fall down to it, perhaps round back up into the upper 120s within a matter of several days. And yes, if we close below 119.07 within 3 to 5 days, I would expect 107.97 where profits can be taken. If you've been short, over the last couple of weeks following the settlement below this channel top at 128.96, and you're just sort of patiently holding a short position, you're holding that short position in anticipation still of 107.97. And closing below 119.07 should breathe a sigh of relief, if you will, because I think it becomes much more likely that we'll see 107.97 sooner than later. All the minor points have been carefully chosen, very tradable levels. Let's talk upside today, that in the event, we do push through this 129.23 level, we can see 132.08 today. That is an upside 5/8 Fibonacci. That may be it for the day if we happen to push through 129.23. But if we close above 129.23, 135.58, that is the high settlement price, likely within 1 to to 3 days at the most. And as I say, a settlement above 129.23 does shift the focus back into the bullish column, expecting the 151.59 rising channel top within 2 to 3 weeks, where we could top out on at least a weekly, if not monthly basis. Is there anything else that needs to be said? This is kind of a short video. I'm 4.5 minutes into it, and I don't think there's anything else to cover. Much of it because I'm repeating concepts that I've been mentioning now for the last couple of weeks. Everything the same except the numbers themselves. This structure rising on a daily basis, and so we're just tracking it over time. 128.96 to 129.23 is the area we need to settle above to signal a good July low and 2 to 3 weeks bullish continuation to 151.59. So, if we close above 129.23, there's no good reason to be short NVIDIA as we move into August trade. Until then, ever so cautiously, you stay short. Obviously, abiding by, in my opinion, you should, conservative risk management practices. In other words, if you're short in the upper 120s, don't let that thing ride, over the next week or two into the lower 150s. You want to cover that and reverse at a reasonable point. That would be a settlement above 129.23. Until then, you can play the short side down to 119.07 over the next few days, 107.97 over the next few weeks. I'm going to leave it at that for Monday's NVIDIA report. I'll be back, of course, tomorrow with Tuesdays, and you have a great day.